with that, I invite Foreign Secretary, sir, to make his opening remarks.
Thank you, Randir. Good afternoon, all. And thank you for joining us for this briefing on the ongoing state visit by Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi to Sri Lanka. As you are aware, Prime Minister Modi is the first foreign head of state or head of government to be hosted by the President of Sri Lanka since the latter's assumption of office last year in September 2024. Earlier in December last year, President Anura Kumar Dissanayake chose India as his first overseas destination for a state visit after assuming office. These two visits happening in quick succession demonstrate the rather special and unique nature of the India-Sri Lanka partnership. The ongoing visit is a very substantive one and rich in outcomes. So let me take you through a little bit of what has happened since the arrival of Prime Minister yesterday late in the evening and some of the discussions that have already taken place today. So you'd be aware that after concluding his engagements at the BIMSTEC summit in Bangkok in Thailand, the Prime Minister arrived yesterday evening in Colombo to a very warm welcome. He was received by 6 cabinet ministers of the government of Sri Lanka, led by Foreign Minister Vijitha Herath. Later on at the hotel, he received a very warm welcome from the Indian community that had gathered there in good numbers. Several collaborative works featuring common cultural themes from India and Sri Lanka, such as Sri Lankan audiobook of stories from the Panchtantra, the Jatak tales, the Hitopdesh, and the Pali composition of Geet Govind, etc., were on display to mark the occasion. Earlier this morning, the Prime Minister was received by President Dissanayake for a ceremonial welcome at Colombo's iconic Independence Square. I'm told that the Independence Square has been used for such a ceremony, possibly for the first time ever, to welcome a foreign head of state or head of government. The ceremonial welcome was followed by official discussions between the Prime Minister and President Dissanayake at the Presidential Secretariat. The two leaders held a restricted meeting followed by delegation-level talks. They were able to review developments in the relationship and the progress made on the joint vision of fostering partnerships for a shared future that had been adopted during President Dissanayake's visit to India last year. They took stock of ongoing cooperation in the fields of connectivity, development projects, economic ties, defense relations, people-to-people ties, reconciliation, fishermen-related issues, and provided guidance for further steps to be taken. After the discussions, the leaders oversaw the exchange of as many as 7 agreements and memoranda of understanding, and they virtually inaugurated the construction of the Sampur solar power project. They also inaugurated the recently completed temperature-controlled warehousing facility at Dambula, which is possibly the first facility of its kind in the island, and a project for supply of solar rooftop systems to nearly 5,000 religious institutions across Sri Lanka. As you can see, even as progress has been made on several items that had been outlined in the joint statement, there are a few new ones that have been added from this visit as well, and some of those were reflected in Prime Minister's press statement as well a short while ago, demonstrating our continued commitment to assist Sri Lanka in its economic recovery. India has concluded the debt restructuring process with Sri Lanka with the exchange of the bilateral amendatory agreements on debt restructuring. We have, as you would be aware, been pursuing an investment-led strategy with Sri Lanka, together with a grant assistance oriented approach to ensure that Sri Lanka is firmly on the path to sustainable and long-term economic recovery. There is a recognition also at the leadership level that the security interests of India and Sri Lanka are interlinked. Both leaders made this point emphatically today, both in their restricted as well as delegation level talks, and then during the press statements as well. And it is on the basis of this understanding that today the two sides concluded an MOU on defense cooperation, providing further impetus to the existing defense partnership, signifying their shared commitment to regional security and stability. This visit has also been particularly significant for the energy cooperation domain between the two countries, where we've achieved some new milestones. The first amongst those that I would refer to is the exchange of, or rather the MOU that has been concluded between the two sides on electricity grid interconnection. This is a project that has been on the drawing board for some time, and with the signature of this MOU, work will start in earnest on realizing it on the ground. The other significant MOU in the energy space that I would highlight is the trilateral MOU for developing Trincomalee as an energy hub. This is an MOU that's been signed between India, Sri Lanka, and the United Arab Emirates. This is an initiative designed to ensure Sri Lanka's energy security, provisioning of energy at affordable rates, and also to possibly contribute revenue for Sri Lanka through export earnings of energy generated at this project. The MOU on digital transformation, which was also exchanged today, will enable the development and scaling up of digital solutions for Sri Lanka across the entire digital public infrastructure domain. We have also, during this visit, formalized understandings to undertake socio-economic projects focusing on livelihood assistance, agriculture, capacity building, education, and other fields in the eastern province especially, at a cost of Lankan rupees 2.37 billion. These projects are funded through grant assistance. Bilateral cooperation in the field of health has also seen a boost through the conclusion of MOUs on cooperation in the fields of health and medicine, as well as the recognition of Indian pharmacopoeia by Sri Lanka. These understandings will facilitate the expansion of cooperation in the domain of health, including provisioning of high quality and affordable medicines to the people of Sri Lanka. In terms of inaugurations, I have referred to the groundbreaking of the 120 megawatt Sampur solar power project by both leaders. This will support Sri Lanka in its clean energy transition, reduce electricity costs for consumers, create jobs, and stimulate growth. Similarly, the joint inauguration of the supply of solar rooftop systems to 5,000 religious institutions across Sri Lanka will help enhance energy security for various establishments and contribute up to 25 megawatts of solar electricity to Sri Lanka. You would perhaps also have noted the Prime Minister's announcement as a very, very special gesture and emblematic of the civilizational, cultural, and religious ties between the two countries. The announcement of the support for realizing the Sacred City project in Anuradhapura. This goes together with the development of the Tirukoneshwaram temple in Trincomalee. Some of you would be aware that this is known as the Kailash of the South. And a third project in the same space, which is the development of the Sita Elia temple complex in Nurelia. The Prime Minister also announced that some relics of Lord Buddha, which were found in Aravali in Gujarat during excavations, would be sent to Sri Lanka for an exposition, possibly coinciding with the International Vesak Day festival celebrations in May 2025. India has always been a significant contributor to capacity building initiatives for Sri Lanka. And in this domain too, during this visit, we've seen the announcement of a comprehensive package of training for 700 Sri Lankan citizens annually from different sectors, be people hailing from the legislative, judicial, and the media sectors in particular. These training slots are over and above the regular slots that are available to Sri Lankan nationals under the ITEC program of India. One of the developments of note during this visit, and which was a very special moment during the press statements and the inaugurations, as well as the exchanges of MOU ceremony that was held earlier, was the conferment by President Dissanayake upon the Prime Minister of the highest Sri Lankan honor for heads of state and heads of government of friendly nations, the Sri Lanka Mitra Vibhushan Award, which is a recognition of the role of the Prime Minister in strengthening and transforming the India-Sri Lanka partnership. In particular, the unprecedented assistance that India rendered to Sri Lanka during the economic crisis a few years ago. Prime Minister is only the second foreign leader and the first Indian to be honored with this award, which he accepted not only personally for himself, but on behalf of 1.4 billion people of India. Later today, the Prime Minister will be meeting with the leader of the opposition, the Honorable Sajit Premadasa, as well as political leaders from the north and the east, as also the upcountry region. He will also later this afternoon visit the IPKF memorial to lay a wreath there in remembrance of our brave soldiers who made the ultimate sacrifice in defending the unity and territorial integrity of Sri Lanka. Tomorrow, the Prime Minister and President Dissanayake will together visit Anuradhapura to seek blessings at the Jayashree Mahabodhi temple there, and also inaugurate two railway projects that have been undertaken there with Indian assistance. So overall, as I said in the beginning, this has been a very significant and substantive visit, rich in outcomes, and has added significant momentum to our partnership. It has reaffirmed India's stance of standing with the people of Sri Lanka as they continue on their journey of economic recovery and growth, and has also underlined the fact that the well-being and prosperity and security of both countries is interlinked, and that is something that has the imprint of both leaderships. Let me stop here, and if you have any questions, I would be happy to try and answer them.
The floor is open, but please do identify yourself, your organization. It is helpful for our records. With that, Sahil.
Good afternoon. I'm Sahil Pandey from ENI News Agency. Foreign Secretary, could you share the components of the Defence Cooperation and also on the trilateral MOU?